Hello and welcome to Magical Marker, a game of Dungeons and Dragons and Drawings. We're a bunch of cartoonists and illustrators who won't just be playing the game but doodling what happens along the way. It's a PG-13 story of teens and tweens on their first big adventure on their own. Let's start by introducing our cast. Let's start with Boya.
Hello, I am Boya. I play a character named Bug, and he is a warlock bugbear. And he's 12 years old, traveling with his little wooden box crate friend, Boxy, who carries a lot of stuff inside of him.
Priscilla.
Hi, I'm Priscilla, and I play Ispuriel, the 17-year-old half-elf bard.
Oh, you're muted. Were you muted, Brian?
Oh, yeah, wait.
Oh,
Nope.
All right.
Caitlin?
Next up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Caitlin.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't hear it. Hi, I'm Caitlin. I play Zip. She is a drow fighter, and she's 16 years old.
And Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt. I play Swell, who is a 15-year-old water ganassi cleric who worships the Tempest god Sunda.
And I'm your Dungeon Mancer, Brian, and I'll be playing all the NPCs, including Sutran, magically animated severed hand of a spellcaster from decades ago who is searching for her other hand so she can magic herself back a body. You kids have been traveling across the sea to the island of Brightpalm, where your mentor's old adventuring companion, Britta Brushwand, runs an art gallery that's full of paintings and sculptures of rare monsters, distant locations, and strange spells in action. You're hoping she can give you some information on how to save the rest of her old party. A few days ago, you ran into an enormous sea jelly. First seemed like a jellyfish, but then revealed itself via telepathy to be some kind of ooze. It stole memories of music from Zip and Swell, but it talked plainly with Bug. The littlest Titan Slayer to be convinced the rest of the group to stop attacking it and help him talk to it instead. The creature told Bug that he was able to talk to him telepathically because they were both oozes, that it had come from the asteroid belt surrounding Haelon and wanted to understand art, and that it loved music. It read Bug's mind, soaking up all of the artistic experiences it could. Bug asked if it could teach him how to talk to oozes too, so it did, and then they parted ways. The next morning, you've arrived at Brightpalm. It's a tropical island like many others. It has a mountainous region, much smaller than Sleeping Fire's twin volcanoes. It is covered with lush green vegetation. The palm trees that give the island its name have trunks of brilliant green hues. The Money, the sloop that you're traveling on, rolls into an active harbor with large vessels stocking up and trading with each other and local merchants. There's a relaxed hustle and bustle and smiles and laughter, handshakes and hugs around the port. This is the only main hub on the island, Brightpalm Village, near the center of the Rainbow Archipelago. It has a high level of traffic from all over the planet. As you dock, Captain Aelrith calls you over and says his goodbyes. It's been quite the ride. It's been a pleasure to host Radiant Spirit Archer, Glowing Galaxy Molecules, Dance Mouth Rebel Poison, Biceps Avalanche, Wide-Hearted Whirlwind, and Big Tiny. I hope you guys have great success on your island here and finding Britta. We're going to be, stocking up on supplies. If you need us to take you somewhere else and we're still here, we'd be happy to have you again. You've been good people to have on board. You got us in a bit of a few scrapes, but you managed to get us through pretty well. So I think we all are pretty happy to see you guys again. But at the same time, if you need to go some other ways with some other people, or we do, then that's how the fates have it. So take care, everyone.
Thanks for having us. It's been really cool. Everyone's been so helpful, especially Mr. Bug guy.
Zerb. Yeah.
Zerb.
Zerb. Z-E-R-B.
Okay, Zerb. Yes. Very crucial.
Thank you so much for the ride. It took a little bit longer than expected, I think, but that was as much our own fault. I will admit. And it was a fantastic crew and many good nights of of merriment along the way.
Oh, thanks for teaching us so many new songs.
Yes, and so of course, if we would do it, I'm happy to always update you with as the song of the Teenage Titan Slayers grows longer. But I'm sure you will hear of us more in the future too.
Whatever news takes on the wind and makes its way to our sails, we'll keep our ears open.
How long do you think you will be in port?
Depends on what opportunities present themselves.
We have no real idea how long we'll be on the island. So perhaps if you need to go to another island, maybe we'll come back here and see if you're still around and looking for some more passengers.
Sounds good. Yeah, always happy to have you. You'll need to be footing the bill this time, but
well, we'll see.
Good luck. Your stuff has been brought above board, so East Boreal, I know you had like a box that had bolts of cloth in it.
Mm-hmm.
And you have your...
I thought the cloth was being held in boxy, but I do have the...
Yeah, it was like some extra printed fabrics, that was it.
Yeah. It was dyed. I don't think it was printed yet, but and then I had the folding table and chairs, which I think at this point is Bruno has given up. Is just hauling them himself.
Are you gonna bring them with you, or are you gonna leave them on the boat?
Oh, I'm bringing them with.
Okay. All right. So you guys are gonna leave the boat, but before we do, we should deal with some business. You told me what you guys wanted to be doing during your downtime, so we're gonna deal with some downtime stuff. So let's start with Bug. You're trying to train your animals to do things. I would like an animal handling check from you to see how successful you were in training the animals that come out of your magic hat.
Oh, animal. 12.
12. All right. You found that you can do the general sort of like stay, come, that kind of thing. They're not really good at doing like maybe fetch, and that's about it. Those are sort of your 3 commands that you have with your animals. They can't do more complex things. But you have managed to make them, like you and boxy.
They respect him as the alpha? Is that...
Sure, I guess. I don't know if... I think they've proven that that isn't actually a thing that animals necessarily even do, that there isn't really an alpha, but
That's fair.
yeah, okay. They accept him as like a good person that's fun to be around and usually has their best interests in heart.
I like that qualifier, usually.
How many pets does Bug have now? He has the spider, he has the jelly that was trying to eat his brain, and now the animals from the hat.
Yeah.
How many animals from the hat are there? 3?
There's 3. There's a bat and a...
Mouse and a rabbit. And, yeah. Just collecting his little circus.
Oh yeah, he needs to open up a variety show.
Yeah.
Zip, I want you to do a wisdom saving throw.
8.
8. So that was to see how good you were at keeping your regime of like, fitness regime of doing exercises and push-ups and making sure you didn't skip a day and, go a little easy on yourself. And because that was sort of a check of your willpower to just keep going back to it. And you took it a little more easy than you maybe wanted to. So you didn't hit your goals of being able to, really increase your strength there. But if you keep going, if you say that's what you want to keep doing in your downtime, then maybe eventually you'll see an increase in your strength athletic check or something like that.
No gain, no pain, no gains.
Yep. East Boreal, you wanted to write more of your poetry. Can I have a performance check? 15. You made pretty good progress. You think you've got what's like a polished enough version that you could, perform it and get applause and stuff like that. You think there might still need to be a few tweaks before it's really finished, but you're pretty happy with it. And the people on the boat that you sang it to were getting into it. Like your rhythm and your cadence and your melody, it's there. You just have to maybe, make sure you're questioning some of your rhymes, but otherwise you're doing pretty well. You're like,
Not
it's too
scathing enough.
Flow isn't quite there.
You're like, I need to maybe change some of these to near rhymes. I'm too close to using the actual rhyme. I need to, be a little more flexible here. And Swell, I believe you were trying to learn sign language during the trip.
Oh, just being polite with Zerb.
Was there
Trying to make
something?
an effort.
Was there something else you were trying to do?
Not really, I guess. If I can pick up some rudimentary parts of his language, that would be great. But otherwise, I would just spend the time praying and that type of thing.
All right, so make me it's a tough one. An intelligence check for sure. But is there a skill check that's more relevant? Maybe history. Intelligent history.
Well, I mean, still -1, so 2.
A 2. You can remember a few of the things today. You remember a lot of it today, but if you don't come right back to the boat, you're probably going to forget it.
The downtime stuff is like supposed to spend, I think it was 10 weeks studying something to gain it. Like if you try and pick up another language.
Yeah, that's Dungeons and Dragons rule. This is you guys are gifted. You're special. You pick things up faster.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's this busy port city or town out in front of you. What do you guys want to do? I should say that Swell and Zip, you've been here before. It's been a long time, and you were much younger, but you kind of know that Aunty Britta's gallery is on the north end of the island, and it's probably like half-hour walk to get to it through the town.
Their market?
Yes, there is a market. There's lots of people hanging out, selling stuff. You see a palm reader underneath the palm trees.
Oh, none of the palm reader.
What time of day is it?
It's around like a little bit after 10 in the morning.
Okay, so you said half an hour walk. We should be able to get there pretty quickly. Like before dark, obviously.
Oh yeah.
I want to get a gift for Aunty Britta because I didn't get her anything in Rum Rumble, and now I feel a little bit bad.
All right, give me a perception check to spot something in this busy marketplace.
14.
14. You spot a couple of things. You can either pick some paint that you think she would like maybe she could use, like, this is an interesting color. Or you also see a piece of jewelry that you think feels very Aunty Britta-ish. British.
So, like, really chunky, colorful plastic.
Well, not plastic, so probably like carved wood, but painted.
Right. Yeah, I'll get her that. And I'm going to tell her that I made it.
All right. So mark off, 2 silver pieces. Not super expensive.
So you guys know her?
Yeah, she's one of the Titan Slayers, and well.
Like, you met her before?
Mm-hmm.
Is she a nice lady?
Oh yeah, she's real cool.
All right.
Used to give me like sweets all the time when Osprey wasn't looking. And let me stay up late. So,
She always
Yeah.
made us do art classes, which were kind of boring.
and she's a water ganassi as well, right?
No, she's a Triton.
Triton, sorry. Okay.
Can't wait to meet her.
It's super fun. I think you'll really like it. And you got to show her that painting. Honestly, she's a painter as well, and I think she'll like
Will she put it in the gallery, maybe?
maybe.
She is a bard, and she uses art to make her spells and stuff. So she's a bardist. So she inspires people through, drawing something in the air that stays in the air, and you can see it, and it like inspires you in the same way that we have East Boreal inspiring you by saying very negative things.
He inspires through tough love.
Yeah.
Same way as her dad.
Okay, let's get to where does she live? Where can we find her?
North end of the island. Might take a little while to walk there, but it won't be that late. It's a short amount of time.
Is there anything else you guys want to do in town? Like, I really want to make sure I got this. Or should we just have you travel through?
Oh, we should probably get some more healing potions if they have them here. I don't know how much gold you guys have, but I don't think we have any left.
A lot.
You might have some healing potions.
Not enough for a healing potion.
I've got one left, and I could probably get another, but
Maybe we should pawn this shield. Oh wait, no. Swell has it now. Never mind.
I'm gonna pawn my new shield. But I can heal you, right? Like that's part of my.
I know that you can. Technically, you can, but
Yes, but you're also usually the first one in, and let's just say that your track record of staying alive enough to heal everyone else is not the best.
I'm gonna pawn my old chainmail because now I have this cool new breastplate.
All right. How willing are you to accept your first offer? Or do you want to roll a haggle check?
I'll haggle.
All right. How are you haggling? Are you going to try and be intimidating? Are you going to be persuasive? Are you?
I'll try to be persuasive.
All right, go ahead and roll a check.
I got a 10.
And all right. They do not budge on the price.
Is there anywhere else that will buy chainmail? Surely there must be more than one place that does chainmails.
The best price that you can get is 20 gold. If you bought it brand new, it would be 50, but you can get 20.
25.
Chain's pretty easy to make, I'm sorry. Takes a lot of time, but it's not super hard. Not like that breastplate you're wearing. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, well, you can't have the breastplate. And
Yeah,
I
well,
doubt that you spend all day making chainmail either, from the look of your soft fingers.
Oh yes, that's the way to get people to buy things from me.
Why, how would you do it? You only know how to insult people too.
Israel rubs his hands together. Can I go find someone else?
can go
Take the chainmail, drape it over my shoulder, and try and find a different
Sure.
marketplace or different area.
You can give me a persuasion check as well.
Okay. It's weird.
Drawing the disgruntled Aarakocra, you were trying to make fun of his hands. So now he's hiding them under his.
Yeah, well, you just lost yourself a sale, so I hope you're happy.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm having a bit of difficulty with D&D Beyond because I added some things to it. And now it's freaking out on me. Or I added a Chrome extension. Remove it. Go ahead.
You guys look around while you're waiting for Spuriel to sell, and you see like one of those guys that is wearing the shirt but has pulled it up over like one sleeve, and so like you can see his abs, like just walking around like super hot and like tough, strolling around. You see another
Got a 17.
17. You see a drow who is trying to keep themselves at, like just in the shade. Like as soon as they get to a sun part, they go into the shade and they're just following the shade as it goes around, trying to stay out of the sunlight. With a 17, you're able to get them up a couple of gold pieces, but you're not able to really get more than that.
So, 25? Or 23?
Yeah, we'll go 23.
Yeah. Okay. I, collect the earnings, keep 3 gold pieces, and give the rest to Zip.
Yeah, well, I hope your bootlicking worth 3 gold.
Bootlicking? By simply telling them the advantages of a suit of chainmail that's been stunk in, really, considering the sweat on this. It's pretty amazing that you managed to get any money.
That'll buff right out. Did you tell him it would buff right out?
I did not tell you how to swing a sword.
Touche. All right, I'll take my 20 gold. More than I had yesterday.
All right. Anything else before you guys continue through the town?
Yeah, I guess I'll look for a place selling potions of healing.
All right, you're able to find a few, and sort of like the last place you were, there are places that are selling them for cheaper than the regular fee, but you remember that sometimes if you get them from the market stalls, the guy who was selling them from the store made the claim that if you buy them cheaper, you're going to get ones that may or may not work. So do you want to try and go to like the market stalls and look for like some cheap ones, or do you want to try and find like, like a general store emporium type place?
Like a general store.
Okay. You find like a legitimate business that wants to, that has a reputation on their line, as opposed to like a market stall that could set up one day and be gone the next, and you wouldn't be able to track them down. And so they have. They will sell one to you for 50 gold pieces, the regular going rate.
And if I want to pick up 3, is there like a bulk discount?
No, I'm afraid that there isn't. I can only give you, they're 50 gold pieces each. They're a high in demand item. But you'll find that their quality is excellent.
Alright, I'll take 2 then. Is there anything else like in here besides the potions?
Are you looking for like magic things? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, anything cool and fun.
What's your budget? Well, I hate carting out the good stuff and then finding out you don't actually have any money.
Oh, okay. Just the potions then.
All right. You come into some money, come back and show me. I'll be happy to show you some cool stuff.
So yeah, I'll pay the man, or person, 100 gold, but 2 more potions of healing.
Anybody, anything else?
And I've put
I
them in my
listen.
little bandolier.
I kind of listen in while people are doing their shopping and whatnot. I want to listen in on some of the gossip from, fountains or whatever people are hanging out. Maybe, strike up some conversation, try and figure out what What is the big news being talked about right now at the general field?
All right, give me a, I guess, either insight or perception. We'll do perception.
Rolling 10s and 11s all day today. 15.
15. So there's two different people to listen to. From the sailors and the people that are, generally around the dock, you sort of get the information that people have seen this weird giant sea jelly that has been around, and it's, bumping into their boats and taking people's memories of the songs. And you also pick up from the non-sea people, but like the locals, that some of them seem a little bit worried that, some people have sort of been disappearing lately. Like there was you catch that one of the people that works as a stable hand at one of the taverns or inns has disappeared after a late night shift.
I think I'll more on that. And there's a possibility, like, is there when people disappeared and what kind of people?
Sure. Give me a persuasion check or whatever. I assume you want to do persuasion.
Yeah, I'm not trying to see them, I'm just inquiring.
Give me a disadvantage, though, because you are a stranger trying to talk local business.
Okay. Well, would be 16.
16. Yeah, you find out that there's a baker who's gone missing. Her name is Muda Dofist. She's Triton, stable hand, Quivel. And there's even a hermit that lives a little further out of town named Roglan Sunstorm, who's gone missing. And the art gallery has been closed, and people are worried that Britta Brushwand has also disappeared.
Sorry, can you repeat that again real quick?
Muta
So
Dofist
Britta Dofist. Okay.
is the baker. Quivel is the stable hand. And there's a hermit named Roglan Sunstorm. They're all disappeared.
And then the
This is
gallery has been closed
over the past couple weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
Past 10 day.
She left to find us.
So how long has the gallery been closed? Has it been as long as people have been disappearing, or?
A little before.
A little before.
I think the gallery closed before people started disappearing.
Huh. So 12 days, would you say? 14? Actually, how long has it been since we contacted Britta? Was it 14 days?
Let me double check your.
16.
Was keeping track of the days this time. Let's see. 12 days. You guys were at sea 12 days, so I guess.
And then we contacted
been
her like a day or two before that, right?
Yeah, so like 13, maybe 14 days.
Okay.
And about a dozen days.
Interesting. Concerning.
Yeah.
Did she have anyone that she speaks with a lot, or good friends? You see that we are acquaintances of hers. Some companions of mine consider her an aunt in truth. And so we came here expressly to visit her, but to see that she is not here. Very concerning.
There's a folk who's been coming around too. Another one of her students has been around, sort of looking after the gallery, from what I understand. Strange-looking fella. But maybe you can track him down.
What's his name and what does he look like?
didn't catch his name, but he's one of them. What are they called? It's like a man-made man.
Like an automaton or
Yeah, like that. But he's all got like a wooden staff and a pet ferret. Real friendly.
Do any of us know anyone like that?
You can give me a history check.
Well, I don't know if any of us are there for this conversation besides Uriel.
Oh, right. 14.
Nope.
Hmm.
I mean, you think that maybe the type of person he's talking about would be a warforged.
Mhm.
And based on the description as being friendly, it's probably one of the ones that was built for spying rather than the ones built for, the front part of war.
Mhm.
Front lines. That's what you can get from that from your history check.
Are Warforged and Independence folk in this land, or is it just kind of variable?
Warforged is sort of a race just like any other,
Right.
they were
But
made a
like-
long time ago, and sometimes they replicate each other, and sometimes people make new ones, but they don't have to be made for war anymore. That was how they were invented, was for war. But now that there's less war on the planet, they tend to be used for, not necessarily used, but created for all sorts of different reasons.
So it's not necessarily that any Warforged is always going to be in the service of someone else. They're just another race. In this
Right.
setting.
For instance, the very first thing you guys did was go to a Warforged wizard's castle in the Tririme.
Mhm. Okay. Isboriel thanks the man. Does not tip him because he has learned that for some reason people are very chary about this. And goes to find the others, I guess.
All right. Everybody meets up.
I tell the others what I found out.
Does this Warforged character sound familiar to any of us?
You can also do history checks if you want.
I got a 6.
No.
Nope. You guys never heard of this person?
Well, that's troubling. Could be that she's just closed because, she's looking into stuff for us and doesn't want the distraction of the business. Or maybe she's disappeared as well. I think we should probably head there straight away.
Sound pretty nonchalant about that second option.
One would think if she was coming after us, she would have at least told us something about this.
How would she have communicated with us?
Well, I presume she has access to spells similar to the one that whose name I can't remember.
Sister Sweet
Sister
Tooth?
Sweet Tooth. Yeah.
Sending.
That's-
I'm having a hard time remembering exactly what it is we said in the note or the message that we sent her. Does anyone remember?
Certainly,
Only because it's
Told her-
been so
we-
long.
You told her that the rest of them had been taken by some big Titan monster, and she responded that she was worried about that and she would contact you soon and she'd look into it.
Okay. We also said we were heading her way, right? Like,
Yes.
is it- okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Cool. Just making sure that she wasn't coming to find us while we were coming to find her, so we were literally like ships in the night, almost.
I think that you had said that, but I
Yeah,
also
we
felt
said
like you were
that.
a little worried about whether that had been communicated.
I'm
we
only,
did
it's only
say-
been so long. I've lost track of what we said. Because I can't.
we
remember
did say
where
that
we
we're heading to Rumble and heading her way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Well, it sounds like her disappearance makes sense now that she didn't contact us like she said she would.
I'm still a little bit worried. I think we should probably just go there now and check in, and get situated.
Maybe
and
she
then-
left us some clues.
Exactly.
Or
Indeed.
like a note or something.
Or this student of hers might have a message for us if she thought that perhaps we might reach her before she came back.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
We go.
You guys head through town, and you see this really fantastic fountain. It's a large magical fountain. The water is shaped like 3 interlocking rings of flowing water in which swim schools of sparkling fish. And as you're walking along, it changes forms again to that of a pyramid. And in the distance, you see 2 young adults zipping around on small clouds, like skateboards in the sky, doing tricks and spins with skill and style. Their black leather armor marks them as members of the High Guard, a group of gifted and non-gifted people who live in floating citadels around the planet to spot trouble and come down and help where they can. One of them's a purple tiefling with raven hair, and the other one is a light brown wood elf with red hair. Both moderately attractive. But they're a little ways away, and then if you keep walking through this park, you're going to get to the gallery.
So you said they're Black Guard?
High Guard.
High Guard, sorry.
Some of your masters have told you about the High Guard and have given you their impressions on them.
And
Are they
generally,
favorable?
yeah.
So I remember that Zip's master had said they're all a bunch of, I think said that they were not good, and I think Swells had said, they're in the sky and we go in the sky. They could be really cool. Maybe you'd like it. So I think the group has varying opinions on whether they're good or not. I can't remember what the rest of the group had.
But there's 2 of them in town.
Yep, they're just zipping around on their clouds.
High God, not even working. Typical. They think they're so high and mighty.
Well, they are literally high.
Yeah, but they're not mighty.
And perhaps they are literally mighty.
I doubt
They
it.
made it into such a guild. This is a very cool sort of board that they have.
If they're in town, they usually only come down to help out with things. So maybe they're here to help. Perhaps Britta contacted them.
Well, let's ask them.
Have they zipped off already? Let's check in on Britta and then we can circle back. I'm more worried about her.
You guys want to keep going to the gallery then?
Yeah.
I'm going to have a piece of art to drop in here of the gallery.
What was the fountain description? Was that part of is that just part of the town, or
Yeah.
is
If
that
you give me a perception check there, Bug.
perception? A 5.
Fine. Okay. Yeah, you don't notice anything special about the fountain. The gallery's on the north side of the island on the edge of a steep bluff. You cross a park with benches, palm trees, and flower gardens towards a wide building with a A-framed roof. The front door is flanked by a dragon statue and a land shark carved from stone, placed to look like it's erupting from the earth. There's a closed sign hanging on the front door. Peering through the glass window to either side, you can see a foyer with a sign reading, "Now open. To hell with art, a series of devilish portraits," beneath which is a large painting in a silver frame. It features an ice-covered insect-like devil armed with a trident, painted with lively whites, blues, and mauves. There are no noises or sounds coming from within.
Try to open the door.
Door is locked.
And knock.
All right.
They're like a back door.
So you know that the back of the gallery actually, even though it looks like it's one floor, actually goes down another several stories.
Is it on a hill?
And it's on a cliff,
Right.
and that faces out and gets sunshine in through its glass walls on the other side. but you do not know of another entrance. You do know that it's supposedly magically warded from people teleporting in.
Any answer to the knock?
No answer to the knock.
Well, we should just break in. There's there's no one in here, and we're trying to save her or find her, so this is justifiable.
Are there any people around?
There are people like, maybe, if you saw them at a distance, they'd look, like the size of a toy. Like they're far enough away that, if you were picking the lock, nobody would know necessarily what you were doing. It could look like you were using a key or something. But were you to like smash the door in with like a giant, like cut down a tree and make a battering ram out of it, somebody's going to notice.
It seems likely that a belt of Britta's stature would have some sort of alarm or warding on it. Might be best to go look for this caretaker. I suspect he would have... it would have the most answers in the absence of Britta herself.
Did you want to try maybe just pick it real quick?
Isabella just like puts his hand to the doorknob and sees it opens.
Locked.
I tried that.
Yeah, but did you pull it? Maybe it's a pull door, and you were just pushing it.
I hate
instead
when that happens.
of pulling it. These doors can be a real puzzle, if it's not clearly labeled. I'm gonna push it. And then pull it. Stand back. Let the expert. Let the door expert in here. Give me some space.
Boreal stumbles out of the way and is pulling out his lockpicks.
I'm actually gonna inspect both those statues at the front.
They've been there since last time you were there.
Okay.
They look pretty much the same.
Are there
You
any
used
rocks that look out of place? Like maybe they're not really rocks and they've like have a key like
Oh, is
placed
there like a
underneath?
doormat? Is there a doormat we could look under?
There isn't a doormat. You can give a perception check there for Swell.
Are there any other doors to this gallery actually, or is it just the one? Like a back door for deliveries and this sort of thing?
As far as you know, it's just these main double doors.
Seems like a fire hazard.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to note that my passive perception is 13, but I rolled a 3, so 6 total on an active look.
Yeah, you're looking and you're just like, oh, I remember this thing. This thing is so cool. I used to ride on the back of it and pretend I was riding the land shark. And you're overwhelmed with nostalgia rather than finding anything in particular.
Can I climb on top of the other one and then
Sure.
get onto the roof?
Yeah, you don't know of there being any particular entry through the roof, but you could.
Do I
Okay.
remember any balconies being on the other opposite side? Or is it all just glass all the way down?
There would be a balcony, yeah, on the layer one level below this.
I'm worried I might die. Get down.
I'll give the lockpick a good old college try.
All right. Give me a dexterity check with proficiency bonus.
Dex +2.
I've rolled like 3 threes on this dice today. Just
Apparently I
trying
scored
to
very
put them
poorly on my ACTs. That's 6 total.
6. Once again, the door has become the greatest threat and full of adventurers.
I put it away and say, see, she is a powerful, she was a Titan Slayer, so of course she has some very powerful enchantments and locks on her gallery.
All right.
Leave a note.
No keys under the doormat.
There is no
Do you want
doormat.
Do you want to have a look around to see if you can find a key somewhere, Bug?
Yeah. Should I do an investigation or something?
Yeah, investigation. Sure.
Did you have me roll a perception check?
Yeah. Do you want to do investigation instead?
I did it. I got a 12 for investigation.
Swell.
9.
9. Yeah. No. You don't find anything.
Rolling terribly.
We both don't find anything.
That's right.
Alright, well, let's go find this robot person.
Yeah. Did they say where they might be?
Nope.
Is it real? No.
Maybe in the gallery.
In the, like oh.
They were looking after it, so.
I tried knocking on the door.
Okay,
I did that.
Yeah, so you knock again.
Oh, you did?
And like the trying the door again,
louder.
it doesn't work.
What material is the door?
It appears to be made out of thick wood.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock louder.
You guys are gonna... Go
I
ahead.
use minor illusion to cast inside of the thing and be like, hello? What's that sound? Oh, I guess it can't be at words. More maybe just, yoo-hoo!
All right. You guys start banging on the door loudly and then making noises, woohoo, from inside. And yeah, eventually somebody does appear after a bit of time.
Oh wow.
That's the trick, is we just need to be louder.
Yeah, they were downstairs. I'm going to
That's so
paste
funny.
in a picture here. You see a curious face looking back at you from the circle. And goes over and you can hear them unlocking the door. See. Hello. You must be Britta's friends.
Ah, so she told you to expect us. Excellent.
You are the other mentees.
Yes, that is the case.
That is devious. Come on in. We have much to discuss. What are your names?
Yes.
Well, first, just where's Britta? Is she okay? We heard people have been going missing.
She is not okay. I will need your help.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Hi, I'm Zip.
I'm
Hello,
Bug.
Zip.
What's your name?
Hello, Bug. My
Wait,
name.
did you...
My name is Brother Sarek.
Sarah.
I am pleased to meet you.
I'm swell.
This is Strawberry. He points to the ferret.
Oh, hi, Strawberry.
Bug? No. Cannot have him. I am Isboriel at the House of Alduin.
Oh,
Mentee of Edel and I forget her last name.
I have heard of your house. You are from the Vasilic Kingdom.
Ah, finally, a person of culture.
I passed through there on my way from the Bloodroot Covenant, where I am from.
Mm. So I see. And you never do you experience any trouble? No way.
Pardon?
Do you ever experience any trouble from the Basilic? They tend to be a bit short-sighted about people passing from the Covenant.
No, they seem to think that Strawberry was adorable and have been very pleasant.
I suppose there's the help of a small furry thing.
Everything's been very berry.
But yes, please tell us more about what is going on with Britta.
He locks the door behind you and says, do you see this display here of artwork from the Hells? You can see this one here is an ice devil. And as we go along, we can see barb devil, bearded devil, bone devils, chain devils, imps. There are many different types. There is one type that is not here, currently because it is downstairs. I have placed it away. It is of a succubus, which is a female demon, and she seems to have taken Britta inside of the painting.
When
I am
did
not
this
sure what to
happen?
do. A few weeks ago, I had not been here for very long before this occurred.
How do you know that's where she is?
I will show you. And
Is Britta in the painting?
he takes you down
Yeah.
a few flights of stairs into, where she has her workshop area and where she keeps her stuff that isn't currently on display, and takes you to a painting which is wrapped in a sack and facing the floor, and pulls it out of the sack. Shows it to you. As you can see, she seems to be trapped within the painting.
Who's that guy?
He is the fellow who painted the painting. He painted all of these paintings.
Did we see this in the image that Sister Sweet Tooth pulled up? Like
You
that
saw-
old guy?
You saw that guy, yeah.
Yeah. And it was
And-
like the back of the painting. So we did actually the painting as well? Or no.
I'm not sure. He was painting. I'm not sure what he had been painting. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw it. But Britta and him were looking at the painting and looked like she was giving him pointers or talking about brush strokes or something, and they were enjoying a glass of wine.
Hmm.
And as you're looking at this painting, the image inside of it, she finishes wiping her face and she goes, "Ah, more people."
I reach out and turn it back around.
Oh, don't do that.
I
Surely you
start
want.
playing a really annoying song, like basically the equivalent of "This is the song that never ends," right? In this vicinity of using minor illusion, I do it in the vicinity of the painting.
Okay. Taking your cue, Brother Sarek takes the sack and puts it on and says, "Perhaps we should talk about what to do about this situation.
Probably somewhere else, yes.
Okay, let us travel to a different room." And then he locks this door and travels, takes you to an area where she would prepare her food. Like there's a chimney that goes to outside where you can cook food, and there are preserves and things like that. I do not need sustenance myself, but feel free to help yourself. I'm sure Britta wouldn't mind. Shall I put on some tea? I have some wonderful herbal flavors from far away.
Yes. What
Is
else? What else? Is there to eat? Any?
Any oozes?
For a little man such as yourself, perhaps you would like a granola raisin cookie. And Brother Sarek pulls out a granola raisin cookie out of a jar.
Yeah, I accept it.
They are delicious.
Is there more?
There are a few more, but I would recommend only having 2 tops.
Oh,
Your eyes are bigger than your belly, young one. You should have some fruits or vegetables, something healthier.
fine. Okay.
Okay, so she's in a painting.
Affirmative.
Can we just?
Can I just before we had left that, can I kind of look at it, give it a real good once over? Does she look dead or is she unconscious? Can I see her breathing?
You can give me a medicine check, or if you have something else that you would prefer to use instead of medicine, I'm always happy to listen when you guys have alternate suggestions.
I'm gonna try it. That's a 17.
It looked like if they were breathing, it was incredibly shallowly. Like they were not, they certainly weren't moving around very much. You didn't hear any moaning or groaning or something. So it's hard to tell. They could be dead. They might be unconscious. But they weren't just sleeping.
So did you just find the painting, or did you see what happened?
I just came in. I'd only been here for a little while, enjoying the gallery. I did not come to spend much time here, but I feel obligated to help Britta now that it happened while I was here. She was researching stuff, looking into things. She had received your message and was trying to help. But this gallery showing has some bad magic in it, apparently, and I believe the succubus came out of the painting and nabbed Britta.
I wonder why he would paint a succubus and then get entrapped by it. This guy seems like an idiot.
It is an interesting question.
Did he paint the paintings here in this gallery, or did he bring the paintings here?
He brought the paintings here from his home.
Oh, so he didn't paint that painting. He just happened to have a painting of the succubus.
He painted that painting. He just painted it at his home, not here at the gallery. This
We
gallery is
him.
a showing.
How many
We
people
saw him
were in
painting
the
this one when we scried on in the jelly mirror these many weeks ago. There was Britta and there was this man, and he was painting something with bone white wings, but it wasn't complete at that time. So none of the other paintings have done anything like this? Or do they also move?
I have not seen any indication that any of the other ones have anything moving or alive within them or without. There has
Can I
been no
take a
other
look at-
mischief within the gallery.
Can I take a look at the other paintings to see what the subjects are?
Sure. So you want to see the other ones in the particular, like that.
The ones
Gallery.
that he did or
Sure.
brought or whatever.
They are a series of devils. So, like he pointed out, the barbed devil, the bearded devil, chain devil, all the different types of devils that you might see in hell. None of the arch-devilly, biggest, toughest things like Asmodeus, who would be like the king of the devils or whatever. There's not a portrait of him, but of the sort of rank and file, from privates up to generals, sort of, or at least to like lieutenants or something.
How much do I know about? I mean, like, either player knows some stuff, but I don't know how much it would know about devil ranks and what they're like, as opposed to like demons and all that.
Yeah, sure. Give me an Arcana or History check, or again,
Okay.
if you have something else you'd like to use.
7.
You know that devils are traditionally quite organized and lawful and abide by pacts that they make, whereas demons are chaotic and frenetic and are unreasonable and unable to reason with them at all. And that there's a middle group that are sort of more neutral, and you don't know a lot about them. But these are all sort of the devils, demons, and they're all generally called fiends, and that's what you get from that check. Because as a bard, you would know at least that much.
Do the paintings have any like runes or anything on them?
Give me a history check.
The ones that we're looking at.
The ones you're looking at, no.
Well, I got a 20 on that history check.
Yes, there are runes on the floor here.
I remember
can
those
see.
runes. That's why I was looking for them in the other paintings.
Yes, no, there are no runes in the other paintings.
Do we know? Can we decipher what they mean? Any of us?
Well, Zip has a pretty good memory of it. Do you want to try and copy them down?
Sure.
All right. You copy down what you can remember from it. Now it's a matter of people using Arcana, anybody who's trained in Arcana, like maybe Swell or Espurial, to make a check. I don't know. Does Bug have any ranks in Arcana? Are you proficient in it?
Zero.
I don't know magic stuff. I just drink it and look pretty.
Oh, okay.
I'll do my own Arcana check.
All right, go for it.
I got a 16.
16.
Pretty good.
Probably better than I've been rolling.
You're like, these remind me of the ones I scratched off of the floor.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I think we should scratch the runes off. That solved the problem last time.
It set a. It
So
set
the problem
monster-
will let something out that we didn't want to be let out.
Solved our problem.
Sorry, hold on. When was this? So I looks
Remember when
genuinely
we went to
confused.
the
Oh,
food
this one.
factory?
Where we had
In
this
the-
Oh,
Yes,
Or-
that. Oh.
Sutran writes Dormir Strong Soul's lair.
Yeah, with
the strong snake man.
the jelly gem.
Yeah.
Where that unconscious spirit was. Actually, does that spirit look anything like the succubus in the painting?
I'm not going to make
Or
you a
not
history.
spirit?
I'm not going to make you make a history check, but no. So no, it was
Okay.
not. They're very different. The other one was
Okay.
like dark-skinned female, and this was and they were like tree-like, and this is a light-skinned female who is bone-like.
Does it look like the same artist did that painting as well? Like, is it similar style?
As
Like the succubus painting and the demon paintings,
The
or the devil paintings.
There was the lady in the painting in the Snake Man's lair. Or is that?
she wasn't in a painting.
She wasn't in a
just,
painting.
She was just on the ground.
Oh man, I'm misremembering things. I'm not feeling great today, as I mentioned. Sorry.
Anyway, I think this is the strongest lead that we have so far. So if anyone has a better idea, I'll give you 10 minutes to come up with it, and then I'm scratching these rooms.
Sutran writes down, I don't think it worked out well last time. I asked you to stop scratching runes off. Please don't do it again.
I don't see how it turned out badly for anyone in that situation.
It's because we don't know what happened to her or why she was there. Because we couldn't ask her because she disappeared. And I wonder why that happened.
So this was where you guys found the last one.
Oh right, she was actually in the. Okay.
It's weird that the ruins are just so scratchable. I think that they would be more like,
It's like a flaw in the design.
A little bit more
really.
adorable, yeah.
like
Sutran writes down,
Any
"She's
idiot can
very
come along with the
strong.
sword.
She's very strong.
I don't
Well,
know.
the devils don't you do some sort of magic seeing thingy that you did with Sister Sweet Tooth?
I can. You mean detect magic? Because I can totally do that. But I'm telling you now, that thing's magic.
But
Like,
yes,
I'm
but maybe
like at least 70% sure that's a magic thing.
right. But is that all it tells you? And there might be something else around here, maybe that could help.
That's
perhaps
true.
Some sort of magical
Alright.
paints or something of
All
the
right, I'll
sort.
go back up. Ooh. Check magic.
he
Once it's
painted
up,
him
it lasts for 10 minutes, so I'll ritually cast it and set it on my accoutrement and begin to pray to Sunda.
Is there a way we can tell like who wrote the ruins, or if they're good or bad? Or
Well,
it's-
I think it would have been the artist person, and he was in the painting, right? Like,
do you think the artist wrote that or painted the ruins in there?
it's possible that he wrote it not knowing what he was writing. Like, he was like, oh, this will make it look more authentic, and then it brought the painting to life.
Or because the other ones didn't have it? Do you think it's like a spell? I mean, what are ruins? Like, do you think it's a spell that keeps a demon in there? Like, do you think it's possible when they were stuck in there?
I believe. I suspect that you may be onto something there. Otherwise, why would it? Although that does bring up the question as to why she was able to reach out. Perhaps the painter, that makes sense, but why Britta? Although I suppose.
Or
Britta
like
might help
when
her.
they were in there, they could they have casted that spell to keep all of them in there? I don't know.
Also a possibility, I suppose.
So if we can determine if the ruin is evil or good or positive, like who casted it, if there's a way to tell, then we can see if we can rub it off. If it's evil, we can rub it off. If it's good, then we don't rub it off.
So far my ideas are either finding some sort of paint or thing, or maybe the man took the runes out of a book or something, and he thought it looked cool and put it in, and that just happened to be the thing that brought it to life, as you said. In which case, maybe we should investigate his place. If he painted it at his house, he might have some sort of resources or references. Or if that's
Just
not
one
the case,
other
then
quick question: was there more than just the Britta and the painter in the picture? There was a couple more people, right? Like there was a third person.
It was the
Yes.
succubus.
I saw 2 other people. I saw a foot and a hand. They weren't there the first time I saw the picture. I have taken measures to lock it away and keep it away. Since then, there have not been extra people.
well, two
My
others.
theory is that that's where the baker, the stable hand, and the hermit have gone as well.
That might make sense. Perhaps this painter, was a hermit.
What do we know about succubuses? Can they can like inhabit people
Succubi.
and stuff, right?
Swell looks really proud of that.
You can make a some sort of check. You tell me how you would know about it. Could be history, it could be arcana.
I mean, I probably would have read about it. Oh, I got a 18.
All right. With an 18, you know that succubi are not particularly good fighters, but they are, they lure people in and are more charm-based and try to catch the ear of, like the stories that you've read, because that's how you know about them, are stories of them catching the ear of a king or a queen and appearing as somebody that isn't a devil, appearing as a regular person. There's also incubi, which would be the male version, and you don't know if there's one that's the non-binary version, what they would be called. But there's
Cubes.
what?
It'd be called cubes. No, I don't know. Cubus.
Cubi.
Why?
The stories basically suggest that they succeed by manipulating, making deals, appearing to be what they're not. What was the one thing you had specifically asked?
Can they like possess people?
You don't think that they can possess people, but that they can more like charm people. So they wouldn't take somebody over and inhabit their body like a ghost, but they could
Right.
maybe make somebody
Are
sure
they
that
like corporeal?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
If
what
the
we
devil,
should do
perhaps
is
she might be persuaded to leave by brokering a deal with us. Maybe we can offer her something else in exchange. And
Why don't we offer her your immortal soul?
yeah, this call works quite well. I don't think it's in much use to anyone. Huh. It's we certainly can't do it with yours because we know you don't have one.
I think whatever we do, we should probably lock the painting away and try tomorrow. 'Cause I need to prepare some spells to do that, but to like really face her. But I'm still casting Ritual League to take magic as I chime in.
My fingers are getting real scratchy. All right about now.
Yeah, I agree. We should talk to the devil girl. She will tell us we don't need to investigate this painter's home, I don't think.
I'm gonna
That's-
take.
Before
I'm gonna
we
take
go
out
and
the
talk to
mirror
the succubus and get sucked into the painting, which I presume is going to happen, can I talk to the Warforged guy again?
Yes, he's been making you tea and has brought it over and has served it up to you. and has been paying attention to what you've been saying quietly.
So, has anyone else come into the gallery since Britta went missing?
No.
Has anyone else seen the painting?
No. I've been trying to keep it a secret. I don't know who else to tell about.
Have you ever looked at the painting and the succubus isn't there? Like she's gone from the painting?
No. But it's possible that she leaves the painting when I am not looking at it. I tend not to look at it. I am kind of afraid to look at it.
I have a question relating back to when Ispiriel was getting intel on the town when we first arrived. Did they give a timeline of when the people that went missing disappeared?
After Britta disappeared.
It was after Britta disappeared. Okay.
Yeah. Or after the gallery closed.
Okay.
So whatever the thing is not holding her in. The ruins are not holding. She can leave the painting whenever she wants.
I think she can lure people into the painting.
Yeah, but like how if people aren't seeing it?
Or is it like a nighttime thing, or like a time of a day?
Could be a nighttime thing.
Come out
Usually,
and walk around.
I think
stories of these things talk about dreams that suck the Pelson soul away.
Do you think she needs to leave the room? Like, has the room been locked this whole time?
Originally I wasn't sure what to do, but it has been locked the last several nights.
When did the last person go missing? How long ago was that?
A few days ago, maybe 6 days.
And that was since you had locked it up, right?
No, it was before I locked it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should lock it up while we're talking. Oh wait,
It is locked. Currently.
I'm going to stop talking until my thing goes off. My
All right,
ritual
we can say
casting.
10 minutes has passed. You've ritually cast it.
Okay.
If we can put the painting in a cage, then she can't, because it seems like she can't come out of a locked door. And then we can talk to her without being afraid that she's gonna come out. And
So what do we think she's doing? She's some kind of painting woman who can come out of the painting and then lure people back here and then put them in her painting with her. That's what we think is happening.
how does she how does she unlock the front door when we can't unlock it?
Well, she's unlocking it from the inside.
And then she locks it when she comes back in?
No,
I
you
guess so,
said,
yeah.
you said that the last one disappeared before you locked it up. No?
No, I meant the front door.
Right, but have you been locking up the entire gallery this entire time? I forgot his name.
Brother Sarek.
Brother Sarek.
Brothers.
I have always kept the front door locked.
Have you ever woken up in the morning and the door is unlocked and open?
Yes.
Ha!
Oh. Well,
So
see,
that does provide
physical-
credence to the idea.
physical doors does. She has to open physical doors.
No, all the other people do.
Let's put her in Boxy.
That could work.
That could be very bad for Britta.
Yeah, like I don't know about this. That's because how does Boxy
Yes,
react to this?
Right, if it's a Boxy is clearly some sort of other plane or something else, how does that work with another pocket thing in the painting?
Sutran writes down, booms.
Yeah, so maybe let's not do that.
Okay, I have an idea. If
Although,
I know
I'll make it
anything at all about fables, I think what we should do is try to get into the painting, however the other people got in there, plug our ears with wax so we can't hear her, and then just kill her. Because she can't charm us if we can't hear her.
Okay.
That's
We go.
actually-
Okay. We go in the painting.
Zip, you had a
How
good
do we
idea.
get out? Okay. Up to a point. Because once we're in there, how do we get out?
That's where these scratchy fingers come in. Scratch them runes. Boom, we're out of the painting.
All right. Well, I'm going to look around with my detect magic up and see what my water ganassi eyes can see.
So you're going back to the painting?
Yep. Just kind of looking around at everything on the way.
This painting, right? Okay. So yeah, you know that this place is magical. It has magical. The whole frame of it prevents people from teleporting in. You knew about that before.
Mhm.
You know that Britta has her arcane focus, which is a paintbrush she uses as a wand, and that's in her studio as you pass by.
Okay. I might grab that and put that in my pocket.
Okay. And this painting is radiating this a magic that feels like a magical gateway.
Okay.
Conjuration?
I try not to do specific schools of magic, more like what it actually does. Because, like, is it a conjuration to have a portal? Or is that, transmutation to make the portal? I don't know. I get confused when I try to wrap my head around what it is.
So are we in the room with the painting now?
Swell has gone in. I don't know if you guys are following.
Yeah, Spirit would follow because he doesn't trust well to be able to hold fast.
Yeah, Zip doesn't trust well to not get charmed by the succubus immediately.
She's still in the
By the
painting.
power of Cinder.
When you look at the painting this time, and you're getting this, you're seeing this, you're also seeing that the runes are glowing, and it's like the runes certainly do have something to do with this being a magical gateway. I need you to make she's going to look at...
Can I have done a minor illusion that's basically just screaming?
Sure.
So like when I go into the room, it's just
Is anybody else looking at the painting and examining it, or is Swell the only one who's actually looking at it?
I'm mostly looking at Swell.
So Swell's the only one looking at it. Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. This is my strong suit.
Yep.
I say for a roll.
Your
Okay.
guy that's only been rolling threes.
Dirty 20. So,
All right. You can feel as if she was trying to charm you with her eyes.
I'm gonna blink and shake it off and just be like, no.
Oh no! Is it?
Are you talking
Turn it around and face the wall. She was being a very bad succubi.
Do you want Britta back? Let's make a deal.
I
What do
cranked
you-
up the screaming. Oh,
Let's make a
let's
deal.
leave.
Can the rest of us hear it?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna make a deal with the devil because that is gonna work out real fun for us.
I look
here?
at the others and go, seriously? We haven't even investigated the other place.
Well, we can listen
Why
to
would
the.
we talk without having all the information?
Well, we can listen to what she wants first.
Sure.
Generally, with people like this, once you let them talk, you've lost. And trust me, I know, I talk.
It's the one thing you're good at.
Or maybe you should
He,
talk to
he
her.
says that very earnestly, like he's trying to
probably-
give you a compliment.
It is a compliment. And I probably should. And at this moment, I don't think we are in a position to do any dealing. No.
I tell you what.
So I'm gonna like start to
little one.
push the other people out of the way and go la 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 la.
Bring me back the scrying device he used, and I will let them out of the painting.
Did we catch
Wait, what?
any of that?
I don't know. It's up to
Is
you.
it where I was? Yelling worked. No. What did she say?
I don't know,
I don't know, it
Bug.
was
See,
pretty
you
loud.
should roll to see if you could hear it.
You heard what you heard.
Something released from the painting.
There was loud noises.
I heard drawing supplies and
No, she said scrying device.
Or did she? Or did she say
Okay.
flying?
So
Did she say flying lice?
I heard crying about ice.
Okay. Could have been dying mice too. That might
She
be a
said
pest
she's
problem,
actually
you know?
really nice.
Well, you've already been sucked in.
No, she tried, but I was fine. Nothing can get in this noggin. And he's gonna, like, wrap the kisses.
That is an unfortunate thing to learn.
we just keep
I am joking. I am joking with you, my friend. Come on, buddies, let's go. What is the next stage in
Yes.
our quest?
We could,
Okay,
we can
new
go
plan.
in the painting and, like, you know, just... and then take everyone out, but I don't know how we're going to get home once we're there.
I don't
Right,
even know how to get into the painting.
I'm sure she would tell us or something, but I think the next step would be to go find the painting, the home of the painter.
Oh, I was going to say we should get the cops involved, those flying cop guys.
They'll probably
What?
use us.
Yeah,
You
we
said
can
it.
use them as human
They're not
shields.
this, except for the money.
Britta does not really like them. They try to recruit people who come to the gallery, get them to join the High Guard.
We could offer one of them to the succubus in exchange for Britta.
I do not think that would be a nice thing.
We didn't even hear what she
That's
wanted.
okay.
We should go back in and hear. 'Cause
We should... Is it locked away?
Do you
Like,
know-
is it secure?
I do not know if it is really secure or not.
Would you feel comfortable staying here and keeping a watch from the next room and make sure nobody comes in?
That's what I have been doing, but I feel uncomfortable doing it.
Has she tried to get in your head?
Yes,
does the painting have?
that's why I put it away.
If we use a piece of cloth to cover her face with her eyes, do you think it would help?
She moves around. That's why I used the really large piece of cloth.
Oh,
There a hidden safe or something of the sort.
If there is, it is hidden from me as well. I do have her journal. I have her. We can read that.
Oh yes, that would actually be very good. And do you know, maybe it would have the name of this painter and where he lives inside of it. It's a good place to start.
Okay, let us go. And he takes you into the room where you got the wand from. And there is a journal with a page that's open. I will show you the most recent page. And then you can flip through it and find out the artist's name is Casson. Casson.
Okay. Well, I got a brush, and this is like her arcane focus. So once we get in there, I can bring her back up, and she can help us fight. Maybe.
Oh, good thinking. Listen, I'm very impressed with the two of you. Oh, really, the three of you. You all have surprisingly ideas. Except for the bit about.
Sorry, can you put that back up? I hadn't finished.
Sure, I mean, like, that will be available for you guys to, like, as a file for you guys to check at any time.
I have a screenshot of it. I can put it in Discord. Oh. So Casson.
Yeah, he had been working on these. Her notes basically say he's been doing these incredibly lifelike paintings. He used to be an adventurer, and he's got what an incredible visual recall he has of these devils that he encountered in his trips through the plains. And
Hate to break it to her.
she's
not
looking
visual
forward to displaying it. You know, she's had some pretty cool exhibits before, but she's thinking this one will be, draw in some more people. Hopefully some of her old friends will come back, and she'll be able to hang out and see her old friends when they come to see this new show. Speaking of which, Zip and Swell, you've been to this gallery many times before. Give me a little taste of what your favorite painting is in here, or favorite sculpture or piece of artwork. It's all representational.
Mine is a giant lifelike sculpture of the Titan that the Titan Slayers slayed. It's very graphic, and it has a lot of like bodies and writhing and being crunched and.
Okay, I was like, this is going a different direction.
Which Titan is it? The Phoenix, the Kraken, or the Giant?
It's the Giant.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the Titans are there, like, slain.
Little bits of it, flying off and stuff.
Yeah.
Magically suspended in the air around it.
Yeah. Because you said the gallery is, like, quite tall.
Yeah.
Like, it's several stories. It takes up, like, 2 stories.
Okay.
It's
The
like
big
in a
centerpiece
big,
of the
like,
gallery.
centerpiece, yeah.
How about Swell? Do you have a
My
favorite?
favorite pick is much more gaudy. It's a turtle on a surfboard riding a really sick wave, and he's got a bandana around his head, and then he has like a ninja sword as he's riding it.
And is it super bright colors too?
Yeah, super bright colors.
I'll tell Swell that that's based on Titus.
rendered.
Yeah.
Very
That's
precise.
Titus when he was a boy.
What? That's
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. That's his famous samurai
And
sword.
like get really close and look at it and be like, I thought this guy's name was Leonardo, but that might be the artist.
That's the name of the sword.
Oh,
Yeah.
How about Bug or East Boreal? Do you have a favorite piece that you've seen as you've been walking around the gallery? Anything jump out to you?
The contract demon is actually, well, honestly, you probably would have liked the succubus if it wasn't for the fact that, she's active and also trying to actively lure them in. But I think whatever looks like the most Dadaist and edgiest and like incomprehensible.
There's nothing quite like that here. Everything is really representational, as I said. There isn't much in the way of abstract. It's all basically she's trying to teach people and give people a viewpoint of what they will see when they get out there. So maybe the weirdest thing you've seen is the casting of like a confusion spell. Somebody's interpretation of an Umber Hulk, which is a large insect-like burrowing creature with 4 eyes, and just sort of it's all the vision is shattered and broken into pieces, and the people are looking as they're confused by what's going on.
Or like little multiple faces that are kind of jagged and broken up as the brains are going like, what's happening? Yeah.
How about Bug?
Bug finds a painting of a giant painting of a feast, and
Oh yeah.
it has a potato dish that he recognizes.
It's a halfling feast, and it's a harvest festival from a particular halfling village. And yeah, the food all looks delicious, but especially all of the potato dishes. They've got potatoes and turnips and all the root vegetables.
Yeah, he spends 30 minutes staring at it.
All right. Sorry to I just wanted to throw in a little character moment in there. Is there anything you guys? What was the plan moving forward? What you wanted to do?
Esperia wants to find where Asteron and find out where Cassim lives.
Yes. Cassim lives up the mountain a little bit in a shack.
Wait, he wasn't the hermit, was he?
No, he was not the hermit.
Well,
Alright. Let's head there. Should we leave brother man here to keep an eye out?
we should take the painting with us so we don't have to come back.
Yeah, stick her in boxy, like I said.
No, that might
Did you not see the
suffocate the
boob?
people.
I mean, if we just put her in a bag and and tie it up.
Can anyone do something to just shut her up?
I put her in a sack.
Yeah,
I think it would pose more trouble for everyone here if we took her with us. I think we should leave her in the gallery being watched, and then we can just come back.
wait, why do you think that? Do you think she can't? Because she already leaves the gallery, right? I know if we lock the door, she can't. But is there any special property in the
There's
gallery?
nothing saying that she actually leaves the gallery. We only know that the door was open and that people have disappeared, which they could very well have gotten in on their own if she reaches out to them via mental trickery or dreams or something of the sort.
So you're worried that. So you think the gallery is potentially keeping her, locked in?
If the other thing is,
Mostly, I
can
don't want
people
her talking to
teleport
us.
out as well, or just in? I'm gonna
She
ask.
teleport away.
You know she's teleported out if you're before, but maybe it's just her.
Okay, but no, is it just that people cannot teleport in, but people can teleport out?
As I said,
So-
you know she's teleported out. You don't know whether other people have.
Oh, she's for sure teleported out.
Yes.
Britta has teleported out.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, well,
Sorry for the confusion by just using the pronoun instead of the person's name.
so you don't think we should take her to the?
By no means.
she shouldn't leave here because the more people she can talk to, the more people she can charm.
She did seem to only pick you because you were looking at her, so maybe there's a visual aspect to it. But still, you can do a lot just by talking, even without any magic attached to it. Oh. The less chance she has, the better.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it seems like she just stays. She can't go anywhere, so we can just go.
If Isabella looks at Brother Sherrick and says, it is entirely possible that not everyone here needs to go to find, search the painter's abode as well. Perhaps one of us could stay with you. And unfortunately, I'm the only one I trust to not talk to her.
I'll stay. I don't want to talk to her.
Yes, but you want to scratch open the wound, so I don't trust you either.
I promise not to scratchy scratch.
One of the first things that Britta taught me was not to split the party.
Maybe
Let's just go look and then come back. Quick 5 minutes, and that's all we need. Nothing bad can happen in 5 minutes.
a sprint. How far away is this?
You guys, based on your trips around the island, think it might take you another hour to get there.
Okay.
It's probably about noon now, because you've traveled here, had some food, made some plans, looked around the gallery.
Okay. Wait. Let's just all go do this real quick. Come back. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we'll just make sure it's locked up.
I'm going to see, I guess, uh, if there's maybe a better place to hide the painting.
All right. Investigation
Well,
check.
actually, no, it's already. Yeah, sure. Like a safe or things, or maybe just an innocuous stack in the middle of a bunch of other paintings. 21.
21. So the only thing that really occurs to you is that like you can't find anything, but you
Yep.
thought, what if we go to the balcony and dangle it over the side so that anybody who comes out of the painting falls into the ocean? That's the best you can come up with. But otherwise,
Yeah.
there's nothing in there that you can find that is like there are like cabinets and areas like you could put it into an extra locked thing, but whether that would make any difference or not, I don't know.
Wait,
Is
but
the
put it over the balcony, then isn't that taking it out of the room?
It would, yeah.
yeah. Just stuff it into another locked cabinet. Is it inside of the other locked room?
Sure. Yeah, there would be
Okay.
like you can lock a bunch of the rooms.
Okay.
He has a key ring of keys.
Okay. I'll just suggest that we lock it in the cabinet then, as well as lock the room and then locks for everyone.
Put the cabinet against the wall so that she can't push the door.
A table in front of the door.
Yeah, underneath the handle.
Burn
so
down the
like, it can't open.
gallery. Yeah.
Okay. We head over now.
All right. You make your way up, and it's like a scorching day. Beautiful sun is out. It's feeling very warm. And you get to this shack that has got... The outside of it is painted white, but with green around the frames of the shutters and the roof. There are flower paintings around the outside of the door frame and the window frames. Somebody has taken, a personal touch to the decorations here. And it looks quite nice. It looks rustic, but like a nice place that somebody would live in. This guy probably has either is good at carpentry or has paid somebody who's good at carpentry to make it for him. And you guys make your... Pardon?
Cottagecore.
Cottagecore, exactly.
Yeah.
I would like you guys to, as you approach, let me know if you want to do anything specifically before you get there.
Is it isolated?
It is isolated. It is off the beaten path. You had to take a trail. There's a very specific trail to get up there. There is a path to get there, but it isn't the path most people take. It's going up sort of a private driveway type deal. And it's a little bit up the mountain.
We see
And-
any bones dangling from trees or,
Ritual circles.
yeah.
Goat sacrifices.
Any of the above, really. Anything that doesn't seem like normal.
Give me a perception check.
Do you want help?
Yes,
You can-
definitely want to.
Okay. I will help. In this, I'll point out some things and scan the other side of the trail and that sort of thing.
Do you want to roll yourself or just give me...
Oh, no, I'm just helping you to do it.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
you get advantage.
So 17's the first roll. And yeah, that dice is not being rolled again tonight. Because so 17's the highest.
Okay. Don't find anything out of the ordinary. Looks very... you found some bones of things maybe you found an owl pellet or something like that, like mouse bones, things that you would normally expect to find in a forest or like a rainforest. Nothing that speaks of dark magic or anything like that.
All right. Is there anything I do notice with the roll of 17? If I'm just kind of like scanning the area, like nothing of note really, I suppose.
No.
Take away. Yeah.
Is the front door locked? Or I guess it's only the front door.
The front door does not appear to be locked. You try the handle.
Walk in.
Okay, you open the door, swing it open, and as you do so, you're looking into this room that is, it's the cottage is mostly one room. It's like an open concept type thing where there's sort of a kitchenette in the corner, and there's a painting space over here, and like some chairs over here with a library, and in the middle of the room, as you open the door, pops into existence, as if conjured from another place, appears a creature.
Oh.
I have another piece of artwork to drop in here. We're going to end here tonight, as you see.
Oh.
A chimera made from Malkin,
Look at that.
the apprentice from
Oh
your
no.
first episode.
Ooh,
With a-
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, poor dude.
Malkin?
And he looks
The
at you.
other.
It's Candy.
Yeah.
You left me to die. And, we're going to roll
What?
initiative at the beginning of next week's adventure.
Wow.
He created a portal for us to go through. We didn't leave him
It's
to
like,
die.
now, hold on. Actually, that's not how
Yeah.
I remember it.
It's roll initiative
Like,
for
no,
the
no, let's stop fighting. We gotta,
for the
we
debate.
gotta settle this.
Speaking of which, I always feel like D&D, you know, they have that 6 seconds is how long a round lasts. I'm like, it should. The thing most people want to do during a turn is talk, like have a little bit of repartee. I always think a turn should be more like, 15 seconds at least. So you get a bit of back and forth between characters. I don't know why they make it so short. Because like attacks, I assume it's not just that you get one attack; it's that you get one good attack in that.
Yeah,
Or-
the way I picture it, it's like a back and forth, and then you're rolling to see if you hit during that. So it's like a ding ding, like you're parrying and doing all sorts of crazy stuff, and then the roll is to see if you actually get through with one.
Yeah, and the roll to hit should be like, we say roll to hit all the time, but I think it should be like roll to damage. Because you're probably hitting your foe, like whether it's like their sword or shield or, thick hide or something. But anyways,
We should play Exalted sometime.
Exalted doesn't have that.
No, it does. It basically mimics a sort of back and forth thing of like gaining momentum before you actually like wind up for a hit that does actual damage. So
Okay.
anyway, not relevant right now.
Priscilla will be GMing us in a game of Exalted.
Be down.
Actually, I was gonna say it's a little crunchy to do a one shot of, but they're coming out with a simplified version. So maybe when that comes out,
Right.
it'd be fun to do for a one shot at some point.
I mean, count me in. I'm always down
Yeah.
to try new things.
Yeah. It sounds cool to me too.
I'd be down.
I hope you guys enjoyed discovering Aunty Britta's state of affairs and what Brightpalm has in store for you. I've enjoyed seeing your artwork along the way. And does anybody have a favorite moment from the evening?
When we missed the hearing what she was saying because he's for real yelling.
Yeah, honestly, I was gonna.
And then we
Probably gonna
tried
be
to
it.
guess what it was. And she's probably like really angry. If we just stay there and keep mishearing what she's saying, she'd be like,
Just take them back.
Bunch
Yeah,
of
just-
idiots. Yeah.
I wonder if we could.
As long as
If
we don't
we
have to
could
deal with them
actually,
anymore.
annoy someone into submission. It's like,
Yeah. You arguing, and she's like, let me talk.
I really enjoyed. I didn't know what you guys would do with the prompt of what's your favorite piece in the gallery, and I thought all of yours were excellent choices. I appreciate you diving into that character moment with some gusto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Join us next week for another magical marker. Tell a friend, subscribe, eat all of your green beans. Drink 7 glasses of water each day.
7?
I don't know. How many is it supposed to be? 6,
I
8?
think it's supposed to 6. I want to say.
Well, I always thought it was 8, but 8 seems like a lot.
Oh.
It also
Yeah.
depends on how big the glass is, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's like 6 ounces, I think, is a glass that they're talking about. So, yeah, there's also something about how like that's you actually get a lot of your water from food anyway, so you don't actually literally need that much.
Okay. Maybe let's just leave it at stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Whatever that means for you.
Whatever, yeah.
As long as you're not thirsty, stay unthirsty.
We have to drink 6 ounces if we only eat dry crackers.
Yes.
It's a 1 ounce of
rice,
crackers to 1 ounce of water.
Stale bread.
Yeah. Yes. There is a ratio. Golden ratio of crackers to water that you should live by. Okay.
Yeah.
I like
On
the fact that Zip was trying to convince Swell that the turtle and the thing is her master.
I think she
Nice
probably definitely believes it. So, whether or not you think it's true.
Zip being racist, all turtles look alike.
Why
Probably
would it
something
be-
that her sister told her when she was a kid and she just believed it at face value
Mm.
and never questioned.
All right. Good night, everyone. Take care, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Night.
Bye. See you next week.
Hey.